everyone. Welcome to the latest episode of Radar, the podcast that transports you into the heart of Safran's world, focusing on all the topics that concern the group on a daily basis. And in this new episode, we will be taking a look at Safran's stock. Listed on the CAC 40 stock market index with a market value of over 80 billion euros, the Safran Group is one of the biggest capitalizations on the Paris index. We will not be giving any investment advice here, but we will try to understand why the stock has performed so well recently and also what the medium-term issues are and take a look at the risks. To help us answer these questions and more, today we have with us Armelle Gary, Vice President of Group Financial Communications at Safran.
Hi, Carla.
So in recent months, Safran stock has performed well in the markets, and annual guidance confirmed on April 26th with the publication of the first quarter results indicates another year of growth. Congratulations. So overall, we're looking at a positive trend, which various financial analysts have also confirmed. Tell us, why is Safran stock attracting investors?
Thank you, Carla. It's true that stock price grew by 36% in 23 and 23% as of June 14th in 2024, representing the second strongest performance of the CAC 40. Most analysts recommend a buy on the stock. Some are neutral, saying that outlook is already reflected in share price, but the average target price today is 217 euros. Safran stock benefits from several advantages. First, a promising aerospace and defense sectors, with defense budget increasing, with global air traffic growth, especially in emerging markets, and a constant need for fleet modernization. We also have a balanced and well-positioned portfolio activities. We also benefit from strong partnerships, notably with General Electric, with whom we have celebrated our 50-year-old partnership last week. We also have a high level of research and development, allowing us to stay at the forefront of the technology and respond to customer requirements. We have strong commitments in terms of sustainability. At last, we have a financial resilience demonstrated through crises like COVID, thanks to a very prudent financial management.
So lots of strengths that you've just cited. I'd like to talk about another particularity of Safran. You guys have many products from propulsion systems, aerospace equipment, defense systems, as well as aircraft interiors. Would you say that this broad multi-product positioning also contributes to Safran's success on the stock market?
We have a very clear strategy in terms of products. First one is to provide high value-added products, needed innovation and research and development. Being among leaders in our areas of expertise. Being on product generating growth and profits and significant after sales, giving us strong visibility. In addition, we have a very large customer base. 80% of our sales is on civil business, 20% on military business. We are on many platforms, I would say most of platform in narrow body, wide body, military platform, helicopters. And we have a very large variety of customers, aircraft manufacturers, airlines, states, armed force, etc. The target of this is to be the partner of choice of our customers and to generate a resilient level of activity, benefit from synergies, and generate cash flow and profit to protect future and invest in the future.
Well, it looks like that strategy is working out for you guys. So, Armelle, I'd like to zoom in on one category of products for a moment. Propulsion systems and aeronautical equipment both ensure flight safety, which is a big concern right now, especially given the issues on Boeing aircrafts. How does Safran approach flight safety?
Flight safety is the first priority of the group and the first priority of Olivier Andreas, our CEO. This priority has to be adopted at all levels of the company. We deploy the safety, quality, and risk management system, and we try to take flight safety in our product design phase, development phase, production phase, and in services. We also try to train and aware our suppliers in order to make sure that they can develop a safety culture. We also developed a dedicated platform allowing employees, customers, suppliers to alert in case of any non-compliance situation. at last, it's really important to stay humble.
Thank you. So following up with a second big concern in the aviation sector and overall in the world, which is decarbonization. I know that it's a big commitment for Safran. Can you give us an update on your efforts for decarbonization?
It's true that we have a very clear roadmap. As well as the global aviation industry, we are committed to reach carbon neutrality by 2050. To do so, we have different levers. First one is to dedicate 75% of our research and technology in favor of decarbonization. We also need to reduce the impact of our products. To do so, we want to invest to improve energy efficiency of our products, and we want to have our products all compatible with sustainable aviation fuel. We also need to be exemplary for our own operations. So it's why, for instance, in 2023, we inaugurated some photovoltaic power plants in UK, in US, in Morocco, in France, to fulfill our own consumption. We also work with our 400 main suppliers in order to embark them in the journey. At last, we obviously work strongly with the scientific community.
So we know that Safran has really big ambitions, like we just mentioned, around growth, around sustainable development. And I'm curious, how do these ambitions interplay with shareholder return? I'm sure that's a very delicate balance.
You're right, it's a virtuous cycle. Profitability and cash generation allows you to invest in the future. Invest in decarbonization, but also invest in driver for the company like innovation and digitalization. It also allows us to have a strong balance sheet and to have an active portfolio management. So we generate profit, growth, we generate cash, and then we can prepare future and protect shareholder return.
Speaking of shareholder return, I'm glad you brought this up, Armelle. Can you tell us about Safran's shareholder return policy?
For a long time now, Safran practices a 40% payout ratio. Since 2005, the total shareholder return is 14.5% per year until 2023. And we also like to entertain a very close relationship with our shareholder base, notably at the occasion of our General Assembly. And thanks also to our active shareholder club, we participate, for instance, in the Investor Day in Paris each November, and we also organize site visit.
Okay, so very active on that front as well. I have just one last question before we close. In light of everything that we've just said, what are the future issues that you are anticipating for Safran?
We have different challenges. First one is the ramp up in production while we are facing some supply chain constraints. Second one is to ensure transition between CFM56 and LEAP aftermarket. Third one is to increase our maintenance capacity in order to face the ramp-up of LEAP aftermarket growth. Fourth one, continue to invest in order to maintain leading position across the board. And last one, be at the forefront of the decarbonization.
Well, thank you so much for being here. Before we close, I do want to be explicitly clear that nothing we said today is investment advice, nor a sale offer, nor an encouragement to buy any amount of Safran stock in any jurisdiction. And past performance does not guarantee future performance either. So this is just the big disclaimer moment that we wanted to remind our listeners of that. And with that, I would like to thank you, Armelle Gary, for being our Radar of the Day.
Thank you, Kayla.
We'll see you soon for a new episode of Radar.